I'm a fan of the star we are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in to The Star We Are.
Hi, this is James Slater, and you are listening to The Star We Are.
Plugged in and switched on. This is The Star We Are, live.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Oh, sorry, push button. I don't even want to talk. Like, I just can't get over this.
We'll give that a minute to settle in.
All right. Well, as usual, guys, I know it was a rough Sunday, but very happy Tuesday to you guys. We are The Star We Are. I am Slammin' Sammy. And
I
next
am
to me is
Landry's Legend.
And I'm your man, Jimmy J's here. We got a special show for you today because we are going to recap the CowboysCave tailgate, the Playmakers 88 visit. We're going to announce the winner of our 421 raffle at halftime of this show. So stick around. I'm so excited to do that. We spun the wheel. We made the drawing. A name was picked. Wait to find out who it is. So, like Sammy said, this game wasn't so great. The weekend was phenomenal.
yeah.
Every single other moment, and then I guess some late moments in the game. I mean, Sam's clearly lost her voice, so there were moments in the games where there was excitement to be had. Well, the result was nowhere near what we were looking for.
Well, at least we didn't end on a total blowout. Like, we could have ended it with 6 points instead of only a 3-point difference.
Yeah, and we'll get into a little bit of that. I think that fourth quarter might be a little deceiving, but no foreshadowing. Okay, let's get right into the show. What we'll do is we'll give a little rundown for you. And we're just going to start off with some updates. And what we'll do for the updates is we'll go over the little recap. We got some media for you, a video to play for you of the weekend that we had. And then we'll let Samuel say a little bit. I mean, Sammy, say it all. Like I said, her voice is a little shot, so we're picking on her. Everybody in the comments, which we'll get to in a second, feel free to pick on Samantha with us. She screamed her little heart out, and then we'll jump into, and then we'll have Landry give us his legend and long shot for this week, and then of course I will give you both of the jewels that I have, and I'll see if we can get Landry to hold one of them. No, did he? Sorry, that's a week. Sorry, that's outplayed. And then we'll have halftime where I'm excited to announce the winner of the 421 raffle. 2 jerseys, $421, a signed ball. It goes to a super fan. Everybody who's entered and who helped this cause, it was an absolute privilege to be able to raise some money for the YMCA youth program across the metropolitan Dallas area. And it was great. You know, everybody who entered, everybody who was at Nick's coming on for the 24-hour live stream, the BB family coming in. That's what I was going to say. The fact that, it ended up, we talked, throughout this off season about how we kind of started at an off time and took some time to pick up versus other raffles. But in between, we got so many fun things out of it. Like you said, the 24-hour raffle booster and a bunch of things amongst those 24 hours. That was a wild time. It was a lot of Red Bull is what it was. They should actually sponsor us just because of that. No doubt.
Oh my God, I would love that. I am a Red Bull addict. Like, oh.
Get Samantha 2, 3. You got all 3 of us. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. And then we'll get into some star score. We've all got to give our score. I don't know if it'll be as low as like last week, but I don't know if it'll be as high as week 1, obviously. Even though when you look back at week 1, that win might not be as valuable as we thought. Anyway, all wins are wins, right, in the NFL. And then we'll have our stat of the week. After we give our star score, we'll give a star stat of the week. And it's going to be somebody shined, of course. And it's going to be somebody on the other team, of course. Again. And anyway. And we're going to skip.
I'd love to show more Dallas Cowboy highlights on this show. But
wouldn't it be fun if the star stat of the week was like a stat from one of our players?
I know, just
what though?
Foreshadowing. We could have given you Brandon Aubrey's 65-yarder, but come on.
True.
Or Kavontae Turpin. Like the fourth quarter was his game.
He did play.
Well, you know
He
what?
played
Let
well.
that be a sign of things to come. A little key
Yeah.
to future success that they found.
And,
Maybe.
you know, and so like we said, a couple things missed the list. You know, Turpin having a good game, Dak trying to bring his team back, Brandon Aubrey 65-yard field goal, which is a Cowboys record. You know, so super cool. And but overall, somebody else got the bag to say.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a little way over, way under. And what we'll do is we don't have anything lined up for this week, but we'll just kind of recap what we said last week and just kind of see where we were at in this game really quick. And then we'll move on to act number 4 against the G-Men, ready to roll in New York and spank them. Maybe, you know, little redemption game, get us 2-2, get back to 500.
Historically, not a must-win game, but the way you played the last 2 weeks and against the type of position it is.
Yeah, it is.
And against the
like
team that you're playing when you expect to beat them, you got to win that one. Yeah. So that's what we got lined up for you today. That'll be fun. Yeah, I got you here. Boom. And so we'll get right into some news in a second. But first, I just want to ask everybody, how's their week? Of course. Samantha?
Yeah.
Well,
How was your week before the weekend? How's this week?
Before the weekend, I don't even want to talk about it. The excitement going into leaving. I mean, I even left late Saturday morning, but getting to Dallas and going to Playmakers 88, like it was a dream come true. I mean, not only just, meeting everybody and being able to hang out with everybody we socialize with on Twitter in person, like that was awesome.
Yeah.
Had some super bomb chicken. That Tuscan chicken at Playmakers 88 was good. And I just
the menu was impressive. That's a good.
It was good.
The menu was really impressive, top to bottom.
And to kind of add context to the menu, we saw the chef coming out, we saw the chef come out multiple times and like talk to different customers and interact. A really cool place if you're in that area. Yeah.
Man, I would have boosted his ego so much. I'm sure people do, but I would have been like, look, dude. But my total, came out to $88. And I was like, how perfect was that? Yeah. But, and then of course, Saturday, the tailgate was phenomenal. It was a total vibe. Like, even though, before the game, I just want to say I didn't go in with a very high expectation of winning just because the Ravens are the Ravens. I had my hopes up, of course. But that freaking tailgate, like I was ready for anything. I was like, let's freaking go. And everybody was doing the 0-3 and blitz. Steph got inspired Everett to start banging on that sign right after I posted that earlier. Like everybody was vibing there. It was so fun. Shout out to Kelly K9 and Mike Tag for that. Yes. And everybody else, of course.
Right, everybody who contributed and put anything in. And those guys show up. They hold shifts overnight. They were live. Go back and watch their live the night before. They're up all night. They're taking shifts. They're preparing. They're cooking. It's a lot of work that goes into it for a lot of people to just show up and have fun and enjoy themselves, right? And so shout out to those guys and a big round of applause for what they do and how hard they work to get it done. And it is, and look, and they won tailgate of the game, or tailgate of the week.
Did they really?
Was out there. Yeah. It was, yeah. So congrats to those guys. They're doing it big. Mike is, I believe, a nominee for this year's Fan of the Year. We were thinking about it, but we're a little late. So next year for us, but definitely go nominate Mike Tag from the Cave as Cowboys Fan of the Year. Guy deserves it. Been doing a lot of work, putting in a lot for Cowboys Nation. And so,
yeah, by the time you get to the end and you make the hype video out in front of AT&T Stadium with everybody at the CowboysCave tailgate, you're ready to tear it down in there.
Yeah.
Didn't work out for us this time.
No. But good for everybody who paid for a ticket. And like Sam said, fourth quarter, we kind of got it back into the game. The AT&T got loud. It was, better than a just complete blowout. So.
Oh, yeah. And Steven got to go under center with Mama BB. Like that was, hanging out with them at the tailgate.
Having the BB family at the tailgate. We're going to take a look at the video right now. I think you can take a recap of it all, soak it all in one more time.
What we'll do, so just before we get into the recap video, we'll let Samantha go ahead and tell us the news, since she said she just has a little bit lined up this week. Her voice kind of suffering, and she said she was having a hard time finding positive news because our team has been trashed for 2 weeks.
But I do have positive news, so I hope we all love it
All
as
right.
much as I did reading it.
Let's
Let
get
me
right
try
into
to.
it.
Sorry, trying to make something happen here. All right, well, yes. Sammy says, my throat is a little jacked, as you guys have heard. Throat kind of hurts. I'm blaming the fourth quarter.
The audio's cutting around.
First things first, always got to start with a positive. Got to start with a positive for our quarterback, who has received an obscene amount of hate for this game when there was a lot to blame. So, first things first, Dak Prescott hit 30,000 passing yards during the game versus the Ravens, which I think is amazing all on its own. Yeah, woo! It was a good welcome. I mean, I know we lost, but it was a good welcome back game for Jake Ferguson. He became the second fastest tight end in Cowboys franchise history to reach 1,000 yards, only behind the well-known, well-loved Jason Witten's. He actually had, I hope this is still accurate, 1,045 receiving yards in 35 games, which shout out to him for that. This next stat also has to do with that. So if Fergie can get one reception against the Giants, he'll also join Jason Witten as the only two tight ends in Cowboys history to have 100 receptions in his first 36 games. So that one game difference is going to make a whole lot of difference in history for Fergie right there.
Wow. And that's interesting. I wonder if that counts, like, the few games he missed for injuries, and I think he might have missed one game previously in his career so far.
Stats like that, I think, is going to be based on games played. Yeah.
Games played.
Yeah. So real quick, since I was talking about Fergie, I had his stats written down versus the Ravens. He had 6 receptions for 95 yards with a 15.8 average. Like, I feel like that is beautiful.
Solid.
Way to go, Ferg. All right. So this is where we get a little bit negative. Bear with me, because just bear with me. So through week 3, Cowboys offense has scored a touchdown on 6 of 34 offensive drives. Now this is where it gets even worse. The Panthers have scored 5 on 35 offensive drives. We are compared to the Carolina Panthers. Now, there is a positive on that because Andy Dalton won. They beat somebody. I can't think of who right now, but they won a game. So I'll take it. Back to a positive. Our top 5 Cowboys PFF grades. Number 1, the fourth quarter was all turpentine. Excuse me. Cavante Turpin was our number 1 in the top 5 with an 83.8 grade. Number 2 was Eric Kendricks with 75.4. Number 3 was the amazing Hunter Lipke, who I am growing to love more and more every time I see him out there, with a 70.4. And then Carl Lawson was number 4 at 69.9. I'll take it. And he's a running back. He's not my Tony Pollard, but Rico motherfucking Dowdle got a 69.5. And it's not the best number, but I will take it. You guys know my love for running backs, except for Derrick Henry. I almost called him King Henry, but I'm bitter right now.
Those are the top 5 Cowboy PFF grades for the week, is what you just said.
Yes.
So Micah Parsons had a 50?
Or lower.
I did. Yeah, they're clowning him pretty good right now. I will have to, I can look it up real quick if you want, but I only see in the top 5. Had to get some positivity flowing in here. Next thing, you guys, everybody's seen this. If you didn't see this, I don't know where you were. Butters got that 65-yard field goal, and that set the franchise record for the Dallas Cowboys. We love you, Brandon Aubrey, so much. Here's where it gets sad again. Trayvon Diggs. Now, I'm going to give him the excuse that he is still coming back. I don't know how good of an excuse that is, but I'm giving it to him. This was his lowest graded game of his career. He got a grade of 33.6.
Ooh,
That is poor.
this is a lot.
That is not Trayvon Diggs. I tried to tell you guys it was depressing.
Because at 1 and 2, and when I saw the performance, I don't just immediately go dig. It's usually a couple of weeks. I go to look back, and I'm like, hey, okay, he's starting to improve. But these immediate stats here are, you're telling me we're not that good on defense. We're one of the worst offenses.
And these low grades are going to have a lot to do with, because when it comes to coverage, I don't think he's getting graded like that because he was horrible in coverage. He wasn't covering much. It's graded on getting past your blocker.
That's what he did on more plays.
Yeah. So, but still, it's a number you don't want to see.
No. And we thought that the power ranking of 19 was bad. I'm pretty sure I read that we are now 23. So when it gets bad, it gets worse. But I feel like with as low as we are, there's only one way to go, and that's up. Real quick, just one little thing on Trayvon Diggs. What's up, EJ? This Giants game, Trayvon better come prepared. Malik Neighbors and him have been beefing back and forth. So for as long as we can tell, Malik Neighbors didn't even say anything. He was like, "It's game time. It's time to prove." Trey Diggs, you better freaking clown him, please. Like, I am begging you, make him look like a clown. He is a giant, for Pete's sake.
Some SEC bitterness. Some old SEC bitterness.
Man, I don't know, but this is just, we just need this. We need this bad. On a positive note, 13 of the last 14 games versus the Giants, we have won. So I'm going to take that very high into consideration and hope that all goes well. Now, my last thing, just kind of gonna go over it quickly. The Giants and Cowboys, what's it called? Injury report. Good Lord, have mercy. Okay, they had 2 players on their do not practice list for the Giants, and that was 2 corners. Adore Jackson, sorry, I probably butchered his name. And
nailed it.
Cool. And cornerback Drew Phillips. Both of them have calf injuries. Both of them didn't practice. I don't know about game time decision, but still an injury to look out for. They also had quite a few limited players. I just want to say real quick, I think it's kind of crazy that their defensive line, their DL's initial is DL, Dexter Lawrence. He was limited with a foot injury.
Ours is too.
Hey, yeah.
No,
he's better than him. I know. Corner Nick McLeod had a knee injury, which he was limited with. Inner linebacker Micah McFadden had a back injury. And then a wide receiver, Darius Slayton, with a thumb injury. Now, I don't, of course, think that's going to stop him, but maybe it'll make him drop a few more passes. Cowboys injury reports are do not practices. I'm sure everybody is aware. Marquise Bell left the game early versus the Ravens with an ankle injury. He did not practice at all. I don't blame him. He needs to rest. Kalen Carson also didn't practice with a shoulder injury. And then the only limited person we had was D-Law. He had a shoulder injury, which was limited. I'm hoping it's just for rest to kind of get him ready for this game, but that's my Sammy Says Little for this week.
Yeah, you were right. You gave us the warning in the back room before we got in here.
Yeah.
Depressing.
It was.
Not the most positive news.
No, but I had to throw some. There was some positives in there, Cavante Turpin, Brandon Aubrey, Jake Ferguson, Fergie setting records, us setting records. Chief Jerry shut it down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Jerry says Dalvin Cook's not being elevated from practice squad. I don't know what's going on there. Like
what did we get him for? What did you go get Dalvin Cook to put on your practice squad for?
Right. I've read that the Steelers might be going for him.
Yeah. What I would say you put him there for was not necessarily to have him elevated immediately, but if things weren't working, to have another body to try out that has something proven before. I think now's the time.
Right, I love Deuce. I will never not love Deuce. But let's put Dalvin in there, man. If we're not going to play Zeke very often,
Yeah,
why not have Dalvin out there with Rico? Like, we
yeah.
need
No,
a
you're not
big
wrong.
body. No offense, Deuce. I
That's
love you,
personal.
but
All right.
Yeah, you
So,
could never claim that.
now, even though we had a little damper, a little bad news, some injuries, some talk about getting our butts whooped, let's recap the best moments of this weekend. Let's look at what this weekend offered for the Star We Are. Give a little recap. The CowboysCave tailgate, Playmakers 88. We had a blast. Landry, run that footage.
Check it out. Awesome.
real quick. Sorry, I had a mouthful of food here. You guys know I love to eat during the show.
What are you eating? What are you eating today?
Today, I have a combination going. So since my throat hurts, I made me some microwave broccoli. I have to add a whole bunch of butter, some garlic salt, and some garlic and herb in there. But oh my God, delicious. I freaking love broccoli. And then over here on the side waiting, I got some pickled okra I picked up when I had to pull over in Oklahoma on the way home because it was raining so bad. So shout out to that gas station for some delicious bites. And then bites. You can tell I have a toddler. Got some chocolate milk in here. Chocolate milk fixes everything.
Chocolate milk, broccoli, and pickles. Anyways, you were saying.
Yeah, weird combination. I do want to give a shout out to Jeff and Paige. I got lucky to sit next to them at the game. They are awesome. We were all cheering. We were trying to find the positives there. They kept Everett, my son, good company. Jeff and her were playing peekaboo with him. Everett was having fun. We were all having fun. Like, it was a blast. So thank you guys. It was such an honor to sit next to you guys during the game.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Jeff and Paige, for following the Star We Are, for supporting anything we do, for being fans. You know, Jeff's been playing Name That Cowboy in some of our games for a long time. And so when his name got picked, you know, after we hit 5,000 followers, we couldn't have been happier. Him and his wife were able to make it out to the game. They had a great time. The CowboysCave tailgate.
Came and helped out with the
Made
tailgate.
some
Cooked.
bomb pulled pork
made
too.
Amen.
Yes. Yeah, no doubt. And he brought some
That was caramel
some
moonshine.
homemade stuff. I don't know if we're allowed to say. No.
I don't know
I
where it
didn't
came
try
from.
that because I needed to keep it together, but I'm sure it was good.
He said he found it on the way to the
Mhm.
tailgate in a nice chest.
That's
That
what I
was
heard.
sitting there. So
What a lucky
but
find.
all good things. Okay. And
So wait until next year, though. Honestly, Cowboys Cave tailgate year 3.
yeah, and somebody asked in the comments a minute ago, what about a Star We Are tailgate? And we've actually been talking to the cave about maybe teaming up and doing a big one. And we're thinking maybe some live music out there with a little DJ, maybe a little live, the Star We Are music, something like that. We're going to talk to the cave and maybe do something, because we would hate to have a Star We Are tailgate on one side of the parking lot and a Cowboys tailgate.
Yeah, because you don't want to draw anything away. Just like you saw Frank sign jersey in the video there.
Mhm,
You know,
right.
you getting everybody in the singular place is what made
That's what
it
it's
the
about.
vibe that Sam's talking
Correct.
about. So
Man, yeah, all love to Frankie. Man, that 17-hour flight to come over there, man. Like, I'm sad we didn't win, but he is so awesome. It was so
Eh,
great to finally meet him.
you don't worry about Frank. If there was another 17-hour flight back tomorrow for a Cowboys game, he'd be
He'd
on
be
the way.
back. Yeah, I believe that. Shout out to EJ. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Yeah, if you are here watching right now, we usually save that for halftime, EJ, but I appreciate it. Everybody go ahead and hit that like, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you know when we're live, and follow us and check us out on Twitter, all the other socials. But yes, while you're here, hit that like button. Thank you, EJ, and thank you guys. All right. So we'll get right into it. Landry's got us a little something prepared. As every week we have a couple of segments, and this one right here will be Landry's Legends and Long Shots, where Landry is going to give us a legend of maybe this week, next week, a week of olds, and maybe a long shot of something that, hasn't happened yet, or maybe already did happen. So we're going to find out what that is all about. It is Landry.
There we go, guys. Landry's Legends and Long Shots for week 3 of the NFL season. The long shot, we always start with the long shots. The long shot of the week is going to stay in line with Sam's, bit of down news at this point. From where I can see it, the long shot is that the Dallas Cowboys can win the NFC East. I think they've got some chance to still make it into the playoffs, but it's going to be as one of those last little squeakers that get in, from what I can see right now. The legend of the week is just going to be the Cowboys fan base for the way they showed out during that game, and specifically everybody we've mentioned already or haven't mentioned yet who was at that tailgate. EJ Savage, Mike Tagg, Kelly Canine, Tuck, Shady. I can't.
Jones.
I can't. I go on and on.
Family, Papa, Mama, BB, the BB brothers.
We're 100 people deep out there.
Yes, Bugsy, Stephen Mack, Stephen Blitt.
Mark.
Mark. It's so many, and that's what's cool about it. And that's what we were just talking about.
So that's the legends for this week. It's just because there's so few bright spots with the Dallas Cowboys. But that's what stood out this week.
That's a good one. I like that. Liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's your long shot. You're not wrong for saying is it a long shot that will win the East. If the run defense doesn't change, then it's a long.
Oh God. That's what made me lose most of my voice. I can't tell you how many times. Like, I was impressed they were stopping Derrick Henry at the beginning, but then letting Lamar slide by. I just kept screaming, "Stop the run!" I felt like it was repetitive.
Yeah. It's not the only problem. The pass game's predictable. On and on. We're getting to it. We're getting to the Cowboys talk.
It's getting bad. So,
trying to keep it fun and light with the.
It feels like I've been racked. But nonetheless, I feel I have to tell everybody about these tools. So
hey, look, if it's for luck and we're and like you got this idea we are going to win another game, I might go ahead and rub one.
We can't do that on this show, but this is
you can't show it. Just shoot.
Here's my jewels, everyone. I have 2 jewels every week. I like to give them to you. I like to give them to Cowboys Nation. Landry's gonna rub one for good luck next week. Just the tip, not too hard. Okay, so my jewels this week. Okay, Landry stole one from me. It's the fans, of course. We rocked it out. The CowboysCave tailgate. The jewels in particular: Mike Tagg, Kelly Canine, Fred Jones, the CowboysCave, Jeffer Cooking. Anybody who showed up, made it player made it in the shade, made it so cool. You felt like the cool kid game. There was so many tailgates out there, but when you went by the CowboysCave tailgate, and there's players' family members. There's the best food in the entire parking lot, even better than what's inside of AT&T. The vibe, the energy, the drinks, the food, everything. The Star We Are gang, of course, made it a little extra lit. And it was just a blast. So that's one of my jewels. Landry, if you'll touch the other one, don't do it because it's Derrick Henry. And that's what happens when things go sour. We lost the light, but I kind of like it. And so we're going to get those lights back up. Andrew's gonna work on them. I got them right here. Boom. And we are lit. Sorry about that. Just like our team, we have mishaps too. Okay, we have bad weeks. So Jimmy's Jewels, the fan base, and the tailgate, and number 2, Mr. Derrick Henry, who I think, and a lot of people think, should have been on our team, but I still think not at the number. Anyway, I digress.
Well said. I want to be more energetic. It'd be so much more fun if those 2 jewels were some incredible plays or weeks or string of weeks that we put together. Anyways, no such luck right now.
So
Happy birthday, Colin!
Happy birthday, man! All about you. It is right now.
That's right. Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Look at you taking his time on his birthday to stop by the Star We Are show. Are you kidding me? Listen, okay, we have to do this. Samantha, we put everybody in the comments. Hold us to this. Today, we are going to, Landry and I are going to sign a birthday card. Okay, we're going to ship it to Samantha. She's going to sign it. She's going to ship it to Colin. So, Colin, I need you to get on X, Twitter, anywhere you can, the starweyare1@gmail.com, and get us your address. Get us where we can send that card. We're going to get a Star We Are birthday card to you, buddy. I appreciate you spending your time with us on your birthday. Happy birthday, Colin.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Woohoo!
Sweet.
So I just want to say what BB said in the comments, what we have to do before we get this, and have some faith.
Okay.
We can do this.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So glad you had a good time. Cinderella story. What were you saying?
I was thrown off that we changed to Thomas Beebe. I'm over there reading Thomas.
We can fix this.
Threw me off.
We can. It's a Zimmer system that's new to these kids. And let me emphasize kids. And DeMarvion Overshone, Maurice Luafau. Parsons is still young in the game of football. You know, he's played mostly defensive end. Zimmer's asking a lot of different things and to ask him to process a lot pre-snap. So, yeah, there's going to be some growing pains. And listen, a couple good running teams and obviously a couple good offenses in the Saints and Ravens early on to test. And we failed the test.
Hey,
let's hope we pass them later in this day. You study, right?
Again, I could throw this one out there. We're not bringing things back from the, earlier video clips from this season, but I believe you had us at 1 and 2 in breaking down your full season schedule prediction. I think you had us at 1 and 2 through 3 games.
Yeah, and 2 for 2.
I mean, you saw those tough games against opponents that could run the ball and still concerned about that. You saw that coming, and when it comes to game time, we're ready to go beat these guys. But
100%. Oh. So it's a long season. We'll see how it goes.
Man, so long, but goes by so fast.
So fast. So, guys, I'm super excited. We're going to take a little halftime. We're about to announce the winner of our 421 raffle. So if you could please hit the like button, hit the sub button, turn on your notifications, and go ahead and hit share. Hit that share so we can get as many people in here right now. Maybe even the winner get their eyes. Oh, don't let me foreshadow. Get their eyes live in here and get them watching. We'll get some people watching until we can announce this winner here in just a minute. But while we do that, let's just remind everybody to fan responsibly. How do we fan responsibly? Well, we try not to drink too much at games, except for Landry. No, we try not to yell too much from the stands, except for Sammy.
I was going to say, see how that turned out.
We try not to get too angry and overzealous, not like Jimmy. But we try to fan responsibly as possible. And the way you can fan responsibly today is by hitting the like, subscribe, turning on your notifications, and share this thing. Okay? Let's do it.
Go for it.
Let's do it. I think you guys might know the person. I'm so excited to announce, and I wish we like I said, Landry and I are sitting next to each other today because it's a short week, traveling back home, getting everything set for the show. This is a little preset studio. This will look different probably by as early as next week. And so we didn't really have any stingers or any media or anything for it. So we literally just have a name to announce. but you might know him. Samantha, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get a little more anticipation because I'm sure everybody wants to know who won. I'm sure there's some people watching here in this thing. So this is what we're going to do, Samantha. I'm actually going to text you the winner's name, and you get to announce it, okay? So
this is a good idea since...
then look, lights out.
Gotta make it.
That's not obviously not going to work as part of this temporary setup.
Jimmy just has to stop kicking lights out. There we go.
That's how the game's gonna go. It's gonna be lights out next week. You're giving us
you got
that.
it.
Very good segue, Sam.
But
very, very good.
So yeah, as Jimmy's getting those texted over to Sam one last time though, this is the 421 raffle. We're about to announce the winner for the Dak Prescott jersey, the Deion Sanders jersey, the $421, and the ball signed by Mel Renfro, Jerry Jones, 5, 6, 7. I can't remember how many autographs are on it right now.
I feel like the anticipation, and I don't know if it's killing anybody as worse as it is me. Like I am sitting here with our conversation open, waiting for that text message. Also, while you guys are doing that, I am gonna go to back to the comments. And Jeff is right. We were on it, and he whistled. You could probably hear him across the field. Like he can whistle. I suck at it, but master. Yeah, I don't even know if he needed to do that. I just heard it and had to cover my ears. I'm just kidding. I didn't cover my ears, but it was loud.
So I'm gonna make sure you have his name and his handle.
Man, I am dying.
Okay. Sorry. So Sammy is a little, I know, right? Right? Excited to announce that name. I know it's so cool because so many people know this person. It was so cool when we saw his name hit the wheel. And we, excited that again, before we announce this winner, we just want to say thank you. It was a YMCA charity raffle for the youth sports program. Poured a little money into that program to raise money for, gear, cleats, money for the meals for the day. These kids getting dropped off at the YMCA just for the day and then going back to some foster homes and things. You never know what it is. So we just try to put a little money into some youth sports and raise a little money for good cause. So thank you, everybody who entered and was a part of this. But without further ado, Samantha.
I don't have my drum roll sound effect.
I know.
I was about to say I have a desk in front of me.
Yeah, me later.
The winner is none other than, I'm probably gonna butcher his name, Frankie Boy Mueller. Frankie! Yay!
Brought a fresh Micah Parsons and got it all.
Chuck said, can we guess? I'm so sorry, Chuck. I was too excited and didn't wait.
Oh, they wanted to guess. I wonder if anybody would have guessed Frankie. Yeah, so excited. So many people entered, not as many as we were expecting, but like I said, we started it at a slower time in the off season, which it was our first year for the Star We Are. So we live and learn a little bit. So, not as much raise as possible, but we still were able to do a good thing. We were able to raise a decent number for this place, and it was all for a good cause. And Frankie Boy with the dub.
That's awesome.
And so
and super excited to wrap that one up and everybody eyes out for the next one.
Yeah, for sure. Which is actually going to be, I can't say. They tell me I want to say it. Corporate told me I can't say it, guys.
Stupid corporate, man.
Okay, so tune in to the Star We Are every Tuesday. All right, Frankie, what is it? Here we go. Got some more comments. Everybody congratulating. Chuck was going to guess Cuts. Coolest dude. Yeah. No, he is. Yeah. He's one of the coolest dudes you can meet, period. He always comes with the big change. When he had his son at the Des Bryant tailgate the previous year.
He's the first one we ran into as we were walking up to the tailgate on the back side this year. I was shocked. Something just like Sam's face. I was like, really? Frankie Boy is the one who wins this thing. That's amazing.
And just like, Jeff, what you seeing right here in the comments, travels from Germany.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Hard.
We're going to find out what that shipping is to Germany.
Yeah. Thanks for winning, Frank. I'm sure shipping to Germany is going to be a little extra.
Worth it.
You
Man,
know
I
what? Maybe
can't believe.
he might be coming to a home game soon. Maybe he'll just come grab them from us.
There you go.
What were you going to say, Sam?
I didn't know he was there last year at the Dez tailgate. He told me that when we were talking, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
of course, he only had nice things to say. So
always, yeah. He's a hugger. He's a cool guy. It's cool to see his name pop up. I had my fingers crossed for a couple other people. I'm not gonna lie. I had a couple followers that had entered, and I was like, oh, I'd like them to win. But you know what? Not disappointed with Frankie. Not disappointed if anybody's name. You entered, you win.
You're the best.
Rightfully so. So done deal.
Part of the star we are if you did that.
That's right. You supported a good cause. And real quick, while we're still at halftime, you can support this cause by liking, subscribing, following us on all the socials. Hit that subscribe button, and everything we do when we put this together was charity forward, with charity in mind. So the more of these things we can do, it's all because of you guys. We couldn't thank you enough.
yeah, literally.
All right. So I'm just excited and feeling good now. I'm a little lost on the show. Where are we at, guys? We got another topic to get into here.
What we got is we're a little past halftime on our actual time, and we've got two main topics and a star stat to go. And I think we just run the star stat.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll give a quick score. We don't have to display it or nothing, but we can just.
You know what? We will do the quick score.
Yeah, we'll give us a little quick star score. Simi, what was your score for this week's game?
I was kind of worried about this. I was going to make it lower, and I probably should. I'm not quite going to be 50, but I'm going to be close. I'm going to go, maybe actually a little over 50. I'm going to go with 53. Now, the reason why the first half of the game was, don't even want to talk about it. At the fourth quarter, Dak bombed it. Tolbert got us a touchdown. Turpin got us a touchdown. We built so much just in those last 9 minutes and 45 seconds. We just looked like we came together way late, but we came together. When we came together, it was beautiful.
All right, it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
I'll be just a little bit higher, and I'm going to give you that although the comeback, you can always talk about it coming from the team starting to go into a shell, prevent defenses, this, that, and the other. Still, we didn't roll over and go away, even though there were many times even I was concerned the team might. I'm going to give the Dallas Cowboys a 60. Just that barely passing D grade for showing some kind of fight.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and that's pretty fair. I'm somewhere right in the middle of you guys. I couldn't definitely grade them as low as last week, but not quite as high as week one, right? If we had to go back, I think we talked about it week two. If we were going back to grade week one, it would look totally different.
Could look different. Right now, it looks kind of correct. We didn't go too high because we weren't overly impressed like we should have been. But
initially, with what Sam had said off top, I wanted to go a little higher than my score, but then I don't know if it was more the Ravens giving up a lead rather than the Cowboys taking the game back. So I was kind of right there in the middle. It felt like a little bit of both. So I couldn't give all the credit to the Cowboys. So I landed at a 57, almost a 60, a little higher than Sam's, a little lower than Landry's. We're all kind of right there.
Yeah, not good.
But not great. Not a score you want to see.
No, not
especially
good.
At home.
Right.
Okay. All right.
We'll quick and easy on the star scores.
For sure. And I think we may have a couple scores
short here. Oh, yeah. Let's see those.
Yeah. So Chuck has defense at a 55, offense 82. So probably
breaking it down
60. If you average that
somewhere at 65 average. Yeah.
Yeah. Ridiculously loud. It was that. The fourth quarter was.
Oh, the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Not our audio.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want to blow your mic speakers.
Yes, she said, Landry, you're ridiculously loud. Turn it down. Okay.
I'm
Landry, gosh.
I'm usually the one screaming the loudest. Do we have a Caleb Williams topic on here? Might I need to turn my game down?
Landry was real disappointed in our defense in the first half. It was the middle through the second quarter, and I believe he stood up in the stands and really took a lot of people by surprise and yelled out, I don't have a curse sensor here. We're bleeping. He was not having He was calling the defense more names than I'm allowed to say on YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
I said we won't win. I said we won't win 5 football games this year. That's what I said.
He said football. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
Wow.
So let's take a look at our star stat of the week.
Yeah, how exciting.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
There you go. There's your king, Henry. Go ahead and king him, Sam.
Yeah, crown him.
Because he's the star. He's the star this week. 2 weeks in a row, the opposing team's running back, the star stat of the week on this Dallas Cowboys podcast.
Embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Our defense should be ashamed of themselves. Tackle better, hit the hole better. Zim, get these guys in line. Whatever you got to do, please prevent.
A lot of people out there in the community. I'm not going to put all the names to the commentary and so forth, but it's not personnel. It's simply a mentality. Whatever it is, it better come around real quick.
It better come around.
Yeah. Here's some highlights and reasons. Derrick Henry's the star stat of the week.
I'm scared.
I think we're a little frozen here. We'll go back. Guys, let us know if this is playing for you.
Add it back to the stage.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna remove that and add it back to the stage.
151 yards.
Yeah, 174 total.
It's insane.
Can't you buy a mansion when you live in a different kind of house? We couldn't afford it. Simple as that. Simple as that.
Oh my God.
Lay down, Kaylin.
That's not funny.
Well, that's probably where he separated that shoulder. Or maybe it was there. Trailing from behind again.
No, I want to play the beginning of this one more time. Landry, throw that back up there one more time.
Can't you buy a mansion when you live in a different kind of house? We couldn't afford it. Simple as that. Simple as that.
All right,
it's as simple as that.
I don't mind not paying that much for a running back. What I do mind is Jerry Jones saying that we just couldn't afford it. That's just a lie.
That's a lie.
That's just a bold-faced lie. I don't mind that we didn't pay for him, but we could have afforded him. That's a lie. Anyway, so we got some comments here. Let's see what they're saying about the king of AT&T Stadium.
You guys enjoyed that?
Did y'all enjoy it?
The king of AT&T Stadium.
Landry would agree with you.
Yeah, you had a nice post.
No.
Landry would agree with
you.
You.
Boy, that was it. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Even though that is only one play, it's the time frame and it's what that may have. It's just the score differential in the swing. That's a big moment in the game.
You did the right thing, barbecue.
Yeah, poor Everett's heard worse, but I appreciate the sweetness of it.
What is James? Is this true? You're banned from all future games?
No,
he's saying if he would have, chucked some trash on the field, he would have been banned. Otherwise, he would have done it.
Oh yeah.
Well, listen, a couple years ago at that San Francisco home playoff game, when trash did get chucked at the referees, that was craziest thing I've ever seen in a live game.
That's actually not fanning responsibly.
It's not fanning responsibly. You're right about that.
It's not.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, next week it's going to be a Cowboy on here, right? It's going to be CeeDee Lamb, right? Because him and Dak.
I'd like to see our colors.
And stop arguing and start scoring.
You know what? Maybe that fire is what they need.
Yeah, I have layouts built already that are nice and navy and blue. I'd love to see those colors up here.
Yeah,
it's extra work to change it to another team every week.
Then make a graphic for your team and then have to color it purple.
No, it's not.
Oh, I thought it was. Silly me.
Yeah, you want to know?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say back to what I said about CD and Dak arguing. Neyland had to get between Micah and D-Law because Micah started to go towards D-Law, and Neyland was like, "Nah, bro, we can't do this." And maybe we need that fire. Like I just said, maybe we're about to unleash a beast.
I'm definitely happy. I'm not happy with winning, but definitely happier with the team feeling that way about losing.
Yeah.
rather than the smiling. You've seen the teams 0-3. They're still laughing and smiling on the sidelines. It's falling apart for the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they might have been one of the teams doing that a little bit.
0-3, yeah.
Oh God, to the freaking Commanders.
Yeah. I mean, look at Joe Burrow, a top, in my opinion, 3 quarterback in this league, just wasting away.
All right, guys, we spent a lot of time on everything else. We were hurting on that, but let's get some decent commentary in here on a chance to get to 500. Act 4, the 1-2 Dallas Cowboys at the New York Giants. Also 1-2. You know what? I did that in haste. They're 1-2. I've got that correct. I don't want to.
The Gaints.
Yeah, they are. They beat the Cleveland.
They can't. They're the
Dog
Gaints.
Duties.
I love
What'd
it.
you say?
Oh, they are the Gaints, though.
They're the Gaints.
Their record might be correct, but they are the Gaints.
They're the Gaints because they can't do nothing. You like my little twang I added there. Okay, anyway.
Sam Williams was a huge loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Bring my
sure.
glasses back on. It's blurry.
Act 4, the New York Giants. You know what they're about. They're about Daniel Jones, who is not even at the middle of the pack at quarterback. They have what they think is a really exciting receiving core that's pretty young, and I not terribly lit it up, so far this year.
Malik Neighbors had a good week too,
Yeah.
against Cleveland when they got their win.
Hopefully, it's just that a week.
I think they can
against
pass rush it.
Nebraska.
I think they can pass rush it a little bit. They don't have Saquon Barkley anymore. That's going to change my mind about this. My feelings about this game a whole lot. Now, Jimmy already pointed out how much concern we have to have for what if who's running the ball.
It doesn't matter.
What if that person runs for 130 or 40 yards? Then I have no reason to believe that. That's when I'm really starting to believe in my outburst about we'll win 5 games, because you will win 5 games. Yeah, you will win 5 games playing like that.
You will.
So I am going to have the Cowboys going up to New York. Sam said we've owned them 13 wins out of the last 14 games. That's as much as any team has owned any team. We own the New York Giants. Not that that's, too much believe in stuff like that. But the need to get to 2-2, the fact that I saw the fight at the end of the game, the players unhappy, don't want to lose. They do have a better roster than this team does. The last 2 teams they lost to, they might not have good as roster as. Cowboys offense, I'm not going to go up there and expect an explosion. I'm going to expect I'm just going to go with a gut feeling right now of basically a 180 from the defense against this team. 24-17 Dallas.
24-17 Dallas. Okay, that's too low for me. Landry, you said it just a minute ago. It's one thing when you've got a new defensive coordinator and you get ran on like that by 2 really good rushing teams in the Saints and the Ravens early on. Week 7, week 8, you get ran on by Washington, then I'm not okay. I can't do a score just quite yet, but I think Jeff said 40 burger, right? I think that's right. And I think we'll be explosive, and our defense will have the 180 because, as Sam said earlier in the news, Adoree Jackson gone. They were already kind of weak in the secondary. We've seen Dak and CD have some problems last week or just a few days ago where he's like, hit me, put it on me. I'm open. I'm here. He's telling him, I'm the guy. Let me be this offense. And so I think McCarthy is going to try to mend that this week if he knows what the hell he's doing, and try to get Dak and CD Lamb connected early and often. And I think with Adoree Jackson out and some of the movement they might try, that's going to happen. So I really think Dak can ball out. CD Lamb could have a 2-touchdown, 150 game. And if that happens, then our defense gets to do what they like to do. And it could get bad for Daniel Jones and company.
Hopefully bad for Malik Neighbors.
We got to find a way to beat both teams, but you do have to give some kind of a score as you get to it.
No, I know. So I'm right there with. I don't think we'll quite hit 40. Like Jeff said, but I think we'll get close. I'm a little in between him and Chuck. I'll go 34, but I don't think we can allow New York to score more than 21. So I'll go 34-20 on this game. 34-20.
You guys are making me look delusional.
I don't. What could you be possibly going to say?
Well,
it makes us look delusional.
Okay. So this is my point. I mean, we're embarrassed. We're ashamed. We have nothing to lose. I mean, we do have a lot to lose. Why not go all out versus the Giants. I mean, I know they're a shit team, a crap team. Sorry. But I mean, this will be the opportunity to show what teamwork we can come up with. I mean, like, I feel like Brandon Cooks is not going to allow himself to have a bad game like he did this week. CeeDee Lamb is going to grow bigger hands and catch the ball and not fumble. And I just let me be delusional here.
Well, no,
and I feel like Dak Prescott is going to take some of that frustration. I can't talk. Some of that frustration he had versus the Ravens game and throw that ball. I feel like Trayvon Diggs has a lot to prove. Kalen Carson better not ever get bullied by anybody ever again. Like, I was so excited for him before, all those almost, but watching him get bodied by Derrick Henry last week, I was just like, oh my gosh, that's not going to happen again. So I'm going to drop the 40 burger. I'm going to say 42-14. Like, I feel like
a straight blowout. And now let's see what the Cowboys are from here forward.
You put the bacon and cheese on the 40 burger.
Like, yeah, so and I really mean it. I wish I would have been with you guys that fourth quarter, those 9 minutes and 45 seconds left. Like, we stopped them. We did something. We came together. And if we can remember what we did there and keep it for next week, it will be glorious.
Not just like easy, guys. We got the stops.
Yeah, and it like they were already practicing with the wet balls. Like, they're preparing for rainy weather, sunny weather. They're ready for it all. Like, this is it. And I think this is going to be it. And I'm going to keep that at that. There's so much more I could say, but I am pumped as F about this game.
Dig it. Yeah, James, we hear you. You got to pin the ears back. Barbecue says, get after the quarterback. Yeah. And Daniel Jones can run a little bit, so you just want to keep him from doing too much. But everybody's on your side, Sam.
That's good. Yeah, Daniel Jones ain't fast. I'm not that worried about it. I feel like we can get through to him.
Yeah, for sure. We can.
Hi, CP.
Just a little guy.
Hi. Coming in to say bye to everybody.
Yeah.
Don't mind, his shirt is really
I wish we had our media up. Y'all can go check on Sam's page. This little guy was hanging out with Mr. Michael Irvin, having some little playtime with 88. It was cool. Michael Irvin came over to play Baker's 88, played with Everett, and hung out with the crew.
He left and came back for Everett too.
Yeah.
Hey, not right now, baby.
Okay.
Hold on.
Right
Hey, will you say hi to everybody? Sorry, guys.
Yeah, can you see?
What's up, guy? Hey.
Hello.
They're talking to you.
He might be too tired to even say hi though right now. The way he's going down.
Yeah. Hey, you want to play peekaboo? You want to play peekaboo? Boo.
Here we go.
Oh, look, where'd he go?
Go.
Where'd they go? There they are. Will you say hi? Say hi, Jimmy. Hi, Landry. Oh, speaking of birthdays, I just thought about Steven Mack's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Steven.
His official birthday today. We were celebrating this weekend.
Good call.
And he had a good one.
Colin's birthday, Stephen Mack's birthday. Colin, be on the lookout for that birthday card. Remember to get in touch with us if you can. Get us your address. We'll get you a card. Everybody, it's been, as Sam says, happy Tuesday. It's been a great Tuesday. It's the Star We Are nap time, just like it looks like it's Everett's nap time. So we're gonna let you guys go and get out of here. And so you guys have a great week. We'll be getting into these G-men, looking to redeem ourselves, get back to 500. But until then, Everett, can you tell them what to do?
Hey,
that's okay.
Hey. All right.
Okay. Nap responsibly, and remember to always fan responsibly, guys.
Good night.